Kedu Bawani. Hello everyone, my name is Ngozi. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Just Podcast, where we kiss the small talk goodbye. We talk about life, love, professional developments, and a little bit of Shakara. So my village people, please tune in to my new podcast, Let's Just. I'll see you there. Bawani, Kedu, my village people, thank you for tuning in to Let's Just Podcast, where we kiss the small talk goodbye. So let's just, don't be rude, be kind now. We have excellence in our presence. By way of Niger, by way of Maryland, we have the one and only fine boy, no pimple, Bolade. Everybody virtually clap it up, clap it up. Thank you. So, Bolade, thank you for joining us. Seriously, I know your schedule is busy. And
awesome. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you. I'm sure they're happy to have you. So tell the people, this is the first time that you've joined us. So tell the people a little bit, where you're from, what you do, your tribe, some things that you're working on, your social media handle, and your status if you so choose. If you don't, it's okay.
Okay, so, well, first of all, thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome.
Name is Bolade Olaojo. What I do professionally, my first job is I'm an MC, a talk show host. Been doing that for over 7 years. My second job is that I work for the government in a project management capacity. What I'm working on, I think that's what you said, in terms of the talk show, I'm also launching my podcast very soon. So, and I know you and I met on my previous show, the Bolade's Ranch show. Yeah, so I'm launching out the podcast version with some buying reaction videos on YouTube. All of this coming out very soon. So I'm also doing the same thing she's doing, recording and doing all that stuff. So I'm happy to be here. This feels very familiar for me. My social media handle is at Bolade Olaojo. So that's BOLADE OLAOJO. It's spelled as it's pronounced, Bolade Olaojo. Happy to be here.
Thank you for joining us.
Sure.
So the topic today is, let's talk, what does support look like when dating to marry? Now, a lot of people maybe, you didn't mention your tribe, Babi.
My tribe, I'm Yoruba.
Yoruba people stands up.
I'm Yoruba.
Is it like Yoruba demon or Yoruba?
Nah, there's no demon. It's all Yoruba angels. We're all angels. Every single last one of us. People like to try us and we turn to demons.
Yeah. No problem. Okay. So today the topic again is, let's talk, what does support look like when dating to marry? Now, culturally, that can go so many ways. We're here in America. We're here in Maryland, DMV area. I feel like they have their own dating when looking to marry. And then there's the Nigerian dating looking to marry. And then there's an American version dating looking to, and me, I be hybrids.
You're both.
So there's a southern version of dating to be married. Everybody wants to pick and choose, and we're talking with you what your perspective is. But before we do, and I will post this, in the video, but I want to show you this clipping, to kind of tantalize your thoughts, and we'll go into some questions.
My name is Ngozi. I'm 26 years old, and I'm addicted to tricking. It probably started off in like 3rd or 4th grade, you feel me? When you're younger, you buying girls, you like honey bun, candy, Capri Suns, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But now that we older, it elevated, you know what I'm saying, hair, nails, car note, rent, couple trips here and there, just little stuff like that, you feel me? Yeah, that's pretty much how it all got started for me. My family, man, they think I'm gonna go broke, you know what I'm saying, living the way that I live, but as long as they print money, man, I'm gonna get that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna spend it. If they think it's an addiction, I think it's a lifestyle, you feel me? I see a bad that I like, she can get whatever she wants, cause she don't know what I want, you feel me? Yeah, I don't see myself slowing down from this lifestyle either, you feel me? Like, it's I'm one with the tricking at this point. So yeah, what Babyface Random say? You a bad bitch, get allowance.
Now
That has to be a skit. That cannot be real. That has to be a skit.
every girl has entered that man's DM. You understand? He said lifestyle. He said lifestyle. Now
that has to be a skit. It can't be real.
you don't believe it, Sabi? And why do you think it's a skit?
I mean, it just felt like a skit to me. But I mean,
Yeah.
who is he doing the interview for? BBC? Like, I mean, why is he? He's talking about, like, you know how people talk about, oh, I'm addicted to eating sand or eating. Those, you
don't take them serious.
But those people are on real shows that are being like it's a medical condition. He's addicted to what? Tricking? Really?
I feel like some people. Honestly, I feel like men think like that when women say, I don't believe in 50-50. I just want to tantalize people's thought process. I feel like when men hear women say they don't believe in dating 50-50, I feel like they believe, okay, if you don't believe in that, then you think I want to be tricking off my money. I'm just going to be here supporting you. Like, it may not be true, but I feel like some of these men these days immediately go into defense mode. Oh, you want to be, because the way this guy is talking, he has no goals for his money spending with women. He just wants women to enjoy themselves, which most women.
He has goals.
I mean,
he did say what his goals were.
Yeah, his goals is to panda.
Right.
But what man goal isn't to panda?
But we don't all have to simp just so we can panda.
Simp.
Yeah, because you have to understand, if I'm spending money on you, right, it has to be one or two things. I'm getting something from you, or I like you.
Okay.
Obviously, his is not based on I like you. His is based on I want to get something from you.
Yeah.
So that's why I said he's simping.
Yeah.
Because he sees what a girl he likes.
There's
just because he wants to get.
He's not serious.
Yeah, just because he wants something. He simps for her, whatever she wants. She wants a bag. She wants her hair done. Whatever he will simp. But not all of us want to do that. You may argue, yes, we all want to panda, but not that route. Not always that route.
Okay, so that brings me to So what are your thoughts on the role of financial support during dating and the transition to marriage?
Financial support. Who is supporting who? That's the first question. I'm helping you pay off a bad debt so that you can get your life back.
Yeah.
That's financial support. Financial support doesn't include.
Do you do that?
Why do you ask?
Okay, the reason do you believe in that?
Again, if it's agreed. So, and for us to get to agreeing to that, for me to do that, it must be a combination of I like you, right? And I see a future with us.
Okay.
I'm not going to pay for your college
Makes sense.
if I don't see nothing.
You're just there for enjoyment.
You need money for college? Oh, sorry.
May God be with you.
Yeah. But if I like you and I think
there's potential.
Then I get to the point where I would agree to financially support you. Now I say agree because it should not be my support should not be feathered to any type of condition.
Okay.
In terms of, let's say some things go bad in the relationship, I shouldn't be like, well, am I the one supporting you through school? No.
Oh, like if there's a disagreement.
Like,
like I want to go shopping, and you say, no, we don't have money for that. And it's like, hey, why not? Now I saw your bank account, we have money. And then you be like, am I not the one that's supporting you through school?
Well, yes, but then more like in parts where, because I'm giving you this support,
you should be good to me.
I place a condition on you, right?
Oh,
I don't ever think
like to control you.
Yeah, and that's why I used the word agreed.
And I have my podcast. Let me make eye contact with this camera. I have my podcast, and I need new cameras.
Right.
I need, new furniture. Can you support this? And he'd be like, how much is it? I'd be like, I believe $5,000 will help me get to this level.
Right.
That's support.
That is,
should you do that in dating? What are your thoughts?
Again, I think it should be agreed.
When you say agreement, it means like
it has, again, the reason why I use the word agreed is because of two things. I have to like you, but then I can't offer you the support where I'm. It's tethered to a condition I place on you,
So
and that's why a lot of that's something a lot of men. That's how a lot of men think. They think,
yeah.
oh, when I do this for you,
Now
there's a
that
condition
means
that you have to do this for me. Now there's a place for that. There's a place
Did
for
you
that.
was about to say trick?
No, well, maybe trick. No, but there's a place for that. There's a place of trade, right?
Yeah,
Where
because it should be given honestly.
right, there should be that. So I mean, let's describe a scenario where it's trade, right? I meet you at the club. I don't know you before. You don't know me before. We vibe. We dance. I buy you drinks. And then I take drinks is standard. Nobody should even think of drinks as anything. Then let's take it to the next level, Let's take it to the hotel or something.
The same night.
That same night. Let's assume, just, assumption. Or even maybe, the same night. Let's make it real. And yeah.
Okay.
I take you to the hotel.
Let me get my drink on this.
Get to the hotel.
Shakara night that's happening.
I mean, you know what's up. And then I'm trying to, you already know. Some ladies will tell you, or say, okay, in that kind of situation, just because I went with you to your hotel or to a hotel doesn't mean I want to do anything. My sister, you're not dumb. And you're not, when people say that, I'm just like, come on, you're an adult. A guy is inviting you on the first night.
You're not going to get the best sleep of your life.
Yeah. You're not going there.
Are you mad?
Are you guys going there to go and pray or something? What do you think he's inviting? I mean, just
a young girl would think that.
Nah, I think it's
in college.
It's super naive, and actually, for those people that actually know and pretend to not know, it's super annoying and dumb. Honestly. Oh, I thought he was. What do you think a grown man that met you at the club, buttered you up with some drinks?
He buttered me up.
And then he's inviting you to let's go back to my place or go to my hotel. What do you think?
We're not going to play penny cake.
Yeah, after he's giving you he's bought you maybe 2 or 3 shots and you've had like 2 or 3 drinks before that. What do you think is going to happen? So obviously that's a trade. So he's doing all those things for a trade. So don't go there and act.
Why are you touching me?
Yeah, don't go because touching me. You could have said no.
Yeah,
don't get there and start
put people in.
Then you make it seem as if, and of course, I'm not saying consent should be ignored. What I'm saying is, you can't then imagine that he did all those things and he's expecting something from you. It's a trade.
Yeah.
If you didn't want that trade to continue, should have stopped it after the drinks.
Yeah, like if you told him, hey, like if I go back to this place, I know Panda is expected.
Yeah.
Mio, I'm not giving that.
Yeah.
But if you want to go back and cuddle,
or if you just want to, if you want to just be friends, sure. You bought the drinks, okay, cool, and then he knows. But don't get that. So that's trade. But when we talk about in an event of support where it's agreed, agreed, and I keep on using that word. It's a situation where, let's say, for instance, you have I don't know, student loans to pay.
Look at you. Hold on, pause. This guy say student loans. He picked an exceptional example because that's for myself. Ingo has student loans.
I'm just saying.
And then my fan base probably have student loans. Hold on. I don't know his relationship status.
Don't worry about relationship status.
Don't worry about it. But this man has wisdom. He picked something that knows that it affects everyday life.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Because if you help someone pay their student loan down, that's a huge. Well, I don't know how big the debt is, but that is a significant debt in their entire life.
Instead of a Gucci bag, right? Instead of all this,
and it's in some way it's not just because you're helping them pay it. If you work with them to pay it, so in an event where, let's say, the money to be paid to get it down really quickly is like $1,000, and you chip in every
$1,000. Come on, let's do
500.
Let's say $25K.
Right. No, I'm just saying. No, let's say the monthly payment.
Oh, monthly payments. Yeah, okay, it's $1,000.
Right? And to get it down quicker, we have to pay $1,000 to it. And then you say, okay, it's not my debt, but I'm going to join you to pay $500 of that debt every month, so that you have some money to keep for whatever, right? Okay, now that is financial support, because now
that's
it's agreed.
reasonable.
Now I'm not going to, again, adding this part to that financial support, which is I will not use that as a condition.
What's the condition?
Oh, you have to, I expect you to obey what I
Wait, you was about to say something else?
No, it wasn't. No, actually, I was going to say something about like you have to like be like slaving the formation.
Yeah.
You know what? No, like that condition is wild. But a condition like, say, for instance, now I can get to tell you what to do or what to wear. I'm not saying, okay, let me be clear about that. I think every partner has the right to some extent to challenge their partner's outfit.
I support that.
Right? I'm not saying you should completely disrespect them as a person, but you can voice your concerns about what they're wearing.
What if she's like, how you met her? I don't want to shift, but if you met her and if you met her and she's, she's showing cleavage and she's giving thin sky.
Right.
That's thigh skin with skin thigh. What is it now?
I don't even know.
If she's showing skin, but now you say, babe, I will make you.
The response I have to that is, when you met her, her title was single, and now that you've come into her life,
now that you've identified her,
so the title has changed. So the things that are attached with the title of a single woman, are now should also change. You can't just say,
I agree.
Well, you met me like this, so I have to stay like this.
I agree.
When you met me, I was a player talking to like 5 girls, but I then decided to date you.
You decided to bring it down to 2.
Right, to date you. So should I now say, well, you met me, I was a guy with 5 girls? Should I say that? No, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to say, okay, I'm now.
It's reasonable.
So you also should get to that point where you're like, okay, my man or my woman has a bit of control on what I wear, because A, it makes them uncomfortable, and B, they voiced it out. They didn't let it become an issue like we saw with Kiki Palmer.
I think that was a setup for advertising.
Oh, I don't know, but
that
I
was
wild.
Yeah,
but then why would I go on social media and saying all that rubbish?
Yeah,
if it's not pent up. So
So okay, that's a good point. Okay, so now let's shift in support when we're talking about cultural and religious differences. So there's different challenges that may arise from that, different cultures, religions, backgrounds. Can you talk about like, okay, finding common ground and respecting each other's traditions and beliefs, like, and support in that area for your mate? Because there's Igbo, there's Yoruba, there's American, there's Southern, and there's a difference. And one can't be oblivious to that. One may be like, okay, say for instance, you're dating a Kata, you understand? And she's like, in Yoruba, you guys are very traditional. You do the whole curtsy. Thank you, man. And that's based on, even to the in-laws you get, whereas an Akata may come and say, or a Black, African, and anybody that I don't know, it's not all derogatory, but African American may be like, why am I, I can just say hi or not. Those are things that has to be understood. And I think it is a possibility that sometimes people may date only within their tribe because they're like, or within their other African people or their own culture, because they'll say, I don't want to have to explain that. But one can say that I think people would be open to that if their spouse or their significant other when dating is willing to support them to navigate it without harsh judgment. You get. So do you think that that is something that people should consider? I mean, I know culturally people say, date within your own tribe. Like, why are you mixing?
So I think I have a mixed feeling about that, and I have mixed response. So I'll say, for instance, myself as someone that dated. I think in my dating experience, maybe I only dated 3 Nigerians.
And about the Nigeria,
all the other
7,000 people.
Not 7,000, 7 people. 7. But when I say I'm considering maybe very short dates or even in the talking stage, where I was, I'm considering all of that because I want to get a bigger pool, so I can have better stats. So Every other person was from somewhere other country. Cameroon, Congo, Sierra Leone.
They're African though.
But they're African. And I dated a white girl as well.
Was she from Africa?
So I actually dated a girl from Nicaragua
Mhm.
and a girl from the white girl. Completely
From
white.
America.
America, yeah. From
You ever dated
Pennsylvania.
a black woman from America?
I would say dating. We met, had a good first date, started talking, and then things just fell off. I think the stereotype of what they say about American women sometimes is true.
What's that?
Kids. I'm serious. I'm not trying.
Oh, like they're having a plethora of kids.
Like they have enough kids. Maybe with 2 baby daddies or whatever. I'm just saying. It's not
in the DMV area.
I won't say it's a. I'm not saying that's a negative. I'm saying that's a stat.
Okay.
Because that's what I experienced, and that's what I know a lot of my friends have experienced. That have dated a woman, Black American woman. I'm not saying it's all Black American women, but the pool of numbers of women or Black American women that have at least a child.
Is that a turnoff?
So you have to for not maybe the Africans that are a bit more open, but let's be honest, Africans based on the training we had, that can be a turnoff. So I have a son. And when my son was born, I remember one of my family members telling me, "Oh my, like, who's going to marry you now? You're a +1, you know." And this this is back then, like 2008, 9. So you can imagine.
Was they African?
My family member.
Oh, right. They said that's a +1.
Yeah, like who's going to marry you now? You can understand that. What they were saying was coming from a place of love because they're like worried for my future.
Like marry her, don't go be single.
Yeah, not necessarily forcing me to marry her, but more like you are a +1. You have a child now. Like when you get older, who wants to marry you? You have a child. You're like a baggage you have forever now. That kind of thing. But it was more, again, like I said, it was coming from a place of they were worried about my future and upset that I probably skewed it. Now, if you ask those set of people with that kind of mindset that should they date outside of their rate or their culture, they will say no. Now, if you talk to someone like me that I don't necessarily subscribe to that mentality, my answer will be different. My answer will be date. Shoot, don't get boxed in. It's like someone that lives in America that's never traveled out of America. You don't experience other cultures, other languages, other foods. You're going to be very limited in what you think. So if you really want to understand how, and for the lack of a better pool of options or examples, but you want to know how a Congolese woman, how they react, go talk to one, see if you can date one. I'm not saying you should deliberately do that, but don't close yourself up.
Don't say I only date Nigerians or whatever.
Like open your eyes to it. Now I get it that some women, and I'll end on this. Some women see a similar trait and pattern with certain type of men, right? So like they say Yoruba men are this,
can be faithful.
Igbo men
they would take care of their wives.
Right. All that kind of stuff. So that could also be a factor to derail or push people
dating outside of there.
So like stereotype of Akata men
Southern Akata men will take care of you.
Or the
East Coast men, may God be with you.
Right. Or they'll say, the Jamaicans.
Controlling.
There's always a stereotype that can push people, but
don't follow the stereotype.
I think go explore for yourself and then make your decision.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what about this? And we're talking about, let's transition to mental and physical health support. What do you think about providing effective support while maintaining healthy boundaries with mental and physical support? I mean, because like, I don't know if you've dated anybody, maybe they have. When people think about mental health, most time people think, oh, well, a person may be crazy. Yeah, but if you get to like realistic everyday life, like mental support is maybe somebody they don't have their stuff together, which makes them maybe depressed, which makes them very scattered brain, and they're existing and not living, right, which can affect one's emotional support. So you can have a fine baby, should be a fine baby, but that one, everything is not there.
The funny thing is when you ask the question, I didn't even think of anything that was medically conditioned, like as a condition that they have. I thought about it just dating women. Just
Women have mental issues. Men,
what?
eh?
You know, and the unfortunate thing is, it's the actual truth, because women have conflicting hormones, and it's not that it's something that this is just by nature. Women have
Pause, ladies. You hear this man? He said we have
conflicting hormones.
mental issues.
Well, I mean, just we love you guys for your mental issues, but let's not lie. Mental issues, and the reason why is because our way of processing things
It's completely different, it's rubbish.
It's linear, right? And
ours
is direct to the point. For you guys, first of all, you guys don't really have a way of processing something. Yeah, there's a difference.
When you say way of processing,
you guys have a way
there's an issue. You've been giving me issue, and I haven't been saying anything.
Processing something, if you think about anything that is processed, you put something in there and you have to wait to get a response, and then you get a process good.
Okay.
You guys don't process things.
Okay.
You react to things, right? You don't, and that's why different
go
things
from
happen,
0 to 100.
Yeah, and then your mind is like, because you could be thinking of something that your boyfriend did or didn't do, and
you would tie to it.
In that thing that you're thinking about, you find 5 other things that will spark in your head about that, and it might not even be related to that thing. But again, you're not processing, because if you're processing, you just shut down for a second, process the information, and then spit out the logic.
You think men are more logical than women?
It's just natural, and it has nothing to do with.
So how do you support a woman in that?
So that is number one, knowing that women are
being
crazy.
Patient.
First, the men that are watching me, hear me now, watch me, see me.
Abby.
First thing that you should know in this life, that women are crazy. Once you know that and accept that, half of the job is done.
You need us though. It's okay.
Well, you need crazy in your life. You can't always be
boring,
be sane. You need crazy, so you need women in your life. But like I said, once you know that, you will deal with them differently. You will relate with them differently, because you know most of the time it's coming from a place of love rather than a place of craziness. It's just how they react to it that shows, that explodes. And again, it's not all women that fall into this category, but then some may argue that feminine women fall into this category, and then we don't even want to get into that feminine masculine conversation. That's a long conversation, but you can check my podcast. I'll be talking about it very soon. All right.
I like the plug. What's the name of your podcast?
It's Bolade Allowance podcast.
Okay.
Or it's actually, sorry, it's Bolade's Rants podcast. Bolade's
Rants.
Yes,
okay, so what about how to handle disagreements and conflicts related to support? Oh, this is so important to me. Because so I feel like, all right, so I'll just spread a little of my own tea. So I've been in a situation. So as for myself, I don't know about the other girls, but when I'm in a serious relationship, typically I don't say I have an allowance, but I have a standard
allowance.
Money is sent to me consistently.
Is it something you ask for?
No.
Is it something that you, in some way, you think it's communicated to the guy that, I need some money every month?
No, anybody knows me. They don't see a need in that area.
So that means you're attracting a similar type of men, the men that want to show you that they are the provider.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that could be that for me. That's already a skewed pool of. You see, the example you're about to give, that's already skewed, because it is true.
How is this skewed?
Because you obviously are attracted to those kind of men, and they are attracted to you.
Thank you, God, in Jesus' name. Amen.
I mean, that's what it is. But we're talking at least 2-3 men
at the same time.
No, not at the same time, but over time that you've dated.
Yeah, now over.
Giving you allowance.
So I won't say allowance is just
something,
Yes,
$100 here, $200 here.
I mean, 100. No, it's more than that. It'd be like, I mean,
like 500.
Yeah, like I feel like you would. Here, this is for you, and it's like consistent, and I don't have to ask.
So but then what do you think you do that makes him do that?
What do I think I do?
Mm-hmm.
I think he thinks I'm worth it. What do I do to think I'm worth somebody saying, I thought of you and I would like to consistently give you bonus money, give you money forever you want? Well, I don't deny that anybody that dates me know that I'm dating for marriage. Even though I've been married before, I consider myself marriage material. It's not because I will cook, I will clean. It's because the value I feel like I can add to a man and a man can add to my life that's on the same path, that has priorities and values aligned.
So how do you show those values that you can offer?
The values that I can offer? And the perfect example is how you carry yourself. Is the things that you focus on, is the engagements that you have with him. If he's like his vision, I'm all about a man that has a vision for himself. Even if it changes, if he sees himself in a particular way, doing a particular thing, and then wants to make space for someone to come along. That's very important. I think there are men out there that have vision, but they don't have vision to have a mate along with it. It's like, once I reach to the mountaintop, then I go and seek for you. As opposed to, I want the mountaintop. But sure, I believe you and I can get there together. And I want to invest, because it's an investment. When men are focused, men that spend time with you, it's an investment. Even though a woman may say, I'm investing my time too, but he's the head, the man is the leader. So he's invested. Is it more of an investment? I mean, they're both investing, but it's just like for that man to make the decision to bring a woman along with it, I think is big. So I believe I give that energy of, when you date me, you know that there's potential for more than just dinner, Afrobeats nights, laughter, and looking good.
Right. So this is what I want to say to that, and I agree what you said. Right. So what I want to say to that is this, and this is something that a lot of women are not going to be happy to hear, but this is the truth. Men, we're very logical. I don't say not all men, but most of us are very logical. We are very direct, and we do what's in front of, like we see and do what's in front of us. I say that to say this. You see, I've been lucky to date a bunch of women, right? Not a bunch of women, but like a good.
Tell the audience.
Not a bunch of women, but like let's just say
enough women that hurting that
I can say this, right? Enough women that I can actually say this. So this is what I would say. I've dated women where I've given them allowances, not necessarily allowance, but I give them money every so often. So much so that it became something I was budgeting. I put aside the money to do it. Right?
Hold on, pause. Hear this, people?
Hold on.
These people exist. He put money aside. He budgeted.
I have dated people. I didn't do any of that. Now, so the difference, and that's why I said, I think based on my experiences, I can speak very well on this one. So this is what I think. Apart from those men that want to just show you that they are providers, so they do all this, like that tricker that was tricking. They just want to be giving you money because they want to show you they're providers. Oftentimes, those people their providing comes with a condition. It's conditioned. It's tied to, I'm doing all this, so you should respect me, right? But the guys that will give you money just because, and those guys, or usually just because, stems from the affection or how they feel about you. So the just because can be just because it's Tuesday, or just because it's, I just felt like it. Those guys that, like I have been and I've not been, those guys would give a woman money from their heart because of what she does. So it's not necessarily the cleaning and washing and coming to wash my, kiss my toes and whatever. But what she does, like it can even be what she does for herself. Like, for a fact that your babe is high class, or she likes to dress nice. Just how, I'm not talking, but every time you guys are going out or stepping out, she puts an extra effort in her looks. You know this. those guys, and guys, we like that. We love when our woman puts it, whether it's to the risque level or just the bare minimum, we like it. I want to give you money to get your hair done because I want you to look good the next time we go out. I want to give you money to buy a new dress. I want to just send you money to fix your nails. And but it's what's making me feel that way has nothing to do with what you've done for me. It's just what I see, how you carry yourself.
You want to contribute.
I'll be like, okay, you know what? Okay, shoot. Now let's come to the things you probably do for me.
Yeah.
Right? When you have a woman, let me tell you, when you have a woman that gives you peace, and peace doesn't mean she doesn't criticize or complain. No, peace just means that you can understand where she's coming from, and she's not jarring at your ego just because she wants to communicate. That is peace, and that's where a lot of women lose it, because jarring at the ego is like the number one assignment God gave women. Come and do, like all those women. Anyways, but once you have a woman that you feel like she gives you that peace, and then every time she's around, she just makes it better. I don't know how to explain it. You will give that woman as much money as she wants. I'm telling you, because
wherever you are with her, it feels home.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. There was a girl I used to date, and I used to give her money sometimes. Just give her money, do your hair, 120. Sometimes I ask her how much whatever she tell me, and I'll pay for it.
That's nice.
Or I know she had a schedule going to what's that place that they massage people's back or whatever,
Massage Envy or something like that.
Envy. And I used to just pay for like a 6 months plan or 3 months plan. I just pay for it. And that is not without she asking me or anything like that. But what I realized is I was doing that because of how she treated me.
Yeah.
Like,
she made you feel
if I gave
special.
her, let's say if I give her like $500, like, and I've never given her $500, by the way, except for maybe when I was buying her something for birthday, but give her like $200-300. In that $200-300, although I'm kind of expecting, because she's done it so often that I know, but normally I'm not expecting her to do anything. She will take money out of that and do something in my house.
Yeah. That's what men, hold on, that's what men miss it. You get, sometimes I feel like men be like, I'm just, when a woman takes the time to know you, you understand? Like, and women say, oh, we cook, even if it's make his favorite meal, or like, hey babe, I know you had a long day, go shower, let me give you a massage, let me rub your feet, or man, I've been thinking about investing. Hey babe, I met this one guy, and they say he can connect you to this one, connect you there, or like, and babe, I heard your mom talking about this, I sent her that, or maybe not even say it. She can call and say, hey, this small girl you dating, she sent me so and so, so and so.
Right.
It's like just creating a safe space. Right. It don't mean, like you say, you don't have disagreements, and she don't be like, and you always coming home a little late.
No, yeah, so sometimes I just look at women like we're so easy. Men are so easy. I'm telling you, we're so easy
when you're direct.
Well, if you want to,
if you're not crossing corners.
Unfortunately, for us, men will always be at the disadvantage of being direct. We will always be at the disadvantage of being direct.
I wouldn't agree.
I'll tell you why. If I told you, for instance, I'm talking to you because I just want to sleep with you. A lot of women will say they would, I like that. I want to, it's a lie. A lot of women will either run away.
And she has
and then they would think that this is what? Maybe they'll think some ill
unless
stuff,
she's on that time.
Right? Unless she's also on that time, which
is that somebody who wants to be taken serious?
I mean, then all the different things will come into play. But so men have to navigate through that to say, okay, I can't be direct with you, but then we like to get things direct. So, like I gave you this example of like the same girl I was talking about. I remember there was one time I gave her money for something, and I totally forgot about it. I totally forgot, and she was supposed to buy a dress for something I was inviting her to, and I was about to okay, let's go look at the dress. I was going to buy the dress as well. I said, no, don't buy the dress. You already gave me this money before for this. And she's like, I'll just use that money. I'm like, no, but I gave you that money before. She's like, no, it's fine. You already gave me that. You don't need to buy a dress again.
Yeah.
That for me
It meant a lot.
was like, okay,
She's considerate.
She's considerate. Exactly. That's even though it's, some women be like, yeah, I'll keep that 500 and I'll let him buy it because I was willing to buy it. I didn't even remember that there was money I gave her that she still had, because in my head she probably needed to use that money, right?
Yeah.
But she didn't use the money for that. She kept it, and then now that I was going to get something again for her, she just said, "No, I'll use that money," and she kept the rest. Of course, what do you think I did? I gave her money on top of that. Again, you see, so it's just, and
women,
it's not,
they exist. Any woman
right,
that
so
be
it's not
saying
just
the
money.
men
So,
don't.
but doesn't mean I've also dated a girl that I never did any of that because
Why?
of what she did not do or what she did.
She was just in attendance.
It was more like that relationship was not mature enough. I think some women need to mature quicker than they have and stop getting sucked into the popular ideas of how you should be in a relationship. I think you should navigate the space of it being in a relationship with someone based on your interaction with that person, right? So you guys are. So a lot of women take what they watch on YouTube, Instagram, podcasts like this, and run it on with their relationship.
Right, that guy said he does that. Why don't you do that for me?
And that's wrong.
Small girl.
You should navigate.
Your own relationship is your own relationship.
Right, navigate your relationship based on your interaction with that person.
So, but I brought that up to say, because what is your advice to men or women if a man, hey, you say you didn't do it. Now, I've known situations where girls say, I have a guy and he's stingy with money. Like, this guy never offered me anything. Me, I don't know. And in Jesus' name, hopefully I don't experience, not in my big age. In college, it makes sense. Everybody's broke. But at my big age, if me, I hope in Jesus' name, me, I never crossed any man's path. They don't want to be dashing and go any type of small. You understand? Because no matter what a man dashes me, guess what? I'm going to be spending money on him in some form of fashion. Right. It's just what it is. But there's some people women that date, they're dating the guy, and it's like, this guy, if I want to give him small, if I ask her like, hey, I'm going to the store, he'd be like, okay. Like, he never offers, she's always cooking for him. Or they're always like, he never offers anything. He's just, I'm present. She go and cook for him all the time. He don't care how the groceries got there. He just, a woman spending her own money. She said, babe, I'll cook for you. That money, that food in front of you, it had to come. He never ever. So what is your advice to the girl and to the guy if they're dating?
If those two people are dating, sure. To the girl, I'll say, ask yourself the tough questions. Are you tolerating this, or you're okay with it? If you're just in the relationship because you're tolerating that, then leave. Don't be with a stingy person. From your definition, that's your definition. Don't let that, because that's money in any form or in any situation is very, very powerful and can quickly become the root of many
It's the root of evil,
right? So if the issue has some type of relation to money, ask yourself that tough question: am I tolerating this, or am I okay with it? Like, I'm good here. If you're good here, yeah, stay there. I'm not, because you don't say, oh, I'm going to change him now.
You be waiting.
That's your way. Yeah, forget that. Just.
What do you say to the guy?
Yeah, okay. To the guy, I'm going to say you're probably going to lose your woman very quicker than you thought. And losing your woman doesn't mean she would break up with you. She can be in that relationship with you and
not be present.
And unfortunately for men, a lot of men think that, especially those men that believe that giving a woman something has to be conditioned all the time. I agree there should be a condition, but it's not all the time. I'm not, if I like you, I give you something because I like you.
Yeah.
It should end there.
Yeah.
So I say to that kind of man that, okay, are you dating this person and not even trying to spend any type of money on the person because you don't think the person's what what you should spend on them, or you think they already have enough for you, that you don't need to spend on them, or you're just
there for dependent.
Yeah, just there. You're not going to spend my money on her. No, So if you ask yourself those real questions and you can answer, then you decide. I'll never tell a man to start paying, don't be stingy, switch up and become a man. No, I'll never tell a man that. I think
Because he's handling it based on what he's seeing in front of him.
yeah, and then
Yeah, ladies, listen.
saying
Okay, so this brings me to pepper soup time before we wrap it up. Pepper soup time, eh? Everybody should get excited. When you think of pepper soup, you're my Niger guy, so you will support this. Nigerians have the best pepper soup. Hey, Nigerians have the best pepper soup. You understand? You can do it with goat meat, or you can do it with fish.
Which one do you do it with?
Myself, my goat meat.
Goat meat. Good.
I like goat meat, and I will suck on the goat meat.
Yeah, goat meat. Yeah.
And anybody that knows, you get pepper soup, especially the Nigerian pepper soup,
spicy.
The first thing you realize is that you will start feeling your forehead to begin to expire, and your tongue, it will begin doing a dance. Some will say it's hot, and some will say it's okay. But everybody can't handle it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So that brings me to pepper soup time. So pepper soup time here is where I ask you a question. You can either answer it, or you have two options. You have three options. You can take a shot. You have two options actually after that. You take a shot, one shot, or you can phone a friend to answer the question. If the friend don't answer, Abby, guess what?
Take a shot.
You take two shots. Because you have one shot. You say, I don't want to take a shot. I want to call a friend. Call a friend, a friend say, I can't answer that. You will take two shots. So without further ado, you ready for pepper soup time?
How many questions are we talking?
It's one.
Okay.
One question.
Got you. So there's only one question.
One question.
All right, good.
Ready. All right, so we're talking about support a relationship. Okay, so the pepper soup question is, can you talk about a time, where maybe you're mates, you're dating. When you're dating, let's say, for instance, you're dating 6 months or whatever, where it came a time where it was like you guys are being intimate, right? And you say, I can't do that. Have you ever had a situation like that?
I can't do what? Be in a relationship?
No, I can't do what you're like asking me. Or have you ever had somebody say, oh, I can't do that, what you're asking me?
Like sex?
Mm-hmm. Like it's sexual.
So we're about to have sex. And the
Uh-huh.
person says not kind.
No, like it's a sexual act or a sexual engagement.
Have I ever had somebody have sex and the person's like, oh, let's do anal?
Yeah, like say for instance, you'll be like, I want to do it outside. Yeah.
Have I had that kind of situation?
Yeah. It don't necessarily have to be outside, but something
I'm
you
going to take a shot so that you're not going to ask me further questions on that.
What?
So that's your grandma.
Wait.
Yes.
So you're taking a shot because you're not gonna answer. Yeah. I should make it 2 shots. I beat you took it like a G. Finished. Okay. Last question regarding support in dating to marry. You're a person that you're doing your MC. You do project management. I don't know if you've ever met a girl that has her own career where it may take her away. What do you think support looks like when your career for the relationship's sake? Have you been in a situation?
No, I've not been in any situation like that. So personally, I don't know how. So career is a different ballgame. If you were my wife.
Okay, let me tell you about my situation really quick.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so I'm in the reserves now. I'm probably about to go back active reserves, but I'm in the reserves. But when I was in active duty, I was in active duty up until June 28th. 12 years active duty. So I moved every 2 years. And I came across people that I dated that said, I could take care of you. And you don't have to go and do this military, because I'm going to state to state. Every 2 years, I will move state to state. They said, no, I don't want you to move. And honestly, my upbringing is like, a man shouldn't have to move for the woman. The woman should be still, if the man moves, is okay. But a man shouldn't be following a woman around in her career. That's just my own belief. If people do it, it's great. But I'm like, for me, I wouldn't want to ask my mate to do that. So anyways, I ran into men like that. And actually, the reason that I'm in Maryland is because of that. Because when I was married, show some share some tea with you. When I was married, my spouse actually was going to training in Virginia, and it was time for me to do company command. And I said, okay, I know Maryland has an MI brigade. Let me go to that unit so I can get an opportunity to do company command. So not only would I be closer to him when he do his unit training, I can do my company command. When he finishes there, he can come here. But guess what? That marriage finished last night. I didn't want him to come. It's like the marriage was over. But I was willing because I was in Louisiana. And I really wanted to go to Texas. I wanted to go be a Squadron S2. Anybody knows. Just look at it. I wanted to be a Squadron S2. Complete opposite direction. So I moved to Maryland so I can be closer to my husband at the time. And guess what? We're not together. But I love Maryland and I do not regret it. But I moved so I can be closer to him. He had to go to that training for his career. You understand? And so I moved there to be closer to him, and we can balance that. Have you ever sacrificed or considered sacrificing things in your career
No,
for your mates?
no, but I have a very interesting question there to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
After the relationship broke up, did you regret moving to Maryland?
No.
Okay, so that's the key thing there, because if you guys agreed to a move or a change in career, it should not be tethered to a certain type of emotional condition. So in the case of, again, I don't care whether it's the man moving or the woman moving. Personally, I wouldn't want to change my career or change the trajectory of my career because of my woman. I would rather us figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure out a plan that could work. That maybe it'll be some type of extraneous, or maybe on my part or her part, but it's the closest that we can do for some time to get both our career paths going forward. Now, when kids are involved, that's a different ballgame. We'll get to that conversation later.
Yeah.
But in terms of altering the path of my career because of a woman, it can be, when we now break up, or can you imagine, I moved for that man, or I moved for
It's
her,
my thought perspective. Because when we was going through it, when I first got here, I didn't really even experience Maryland. You get, when I got here,
you guys broke up?
Yeah. All I knew was I was going to military drill, and a year later, after I met African Extra,
James,
he showed me some places. Before that, I would go to work, I would go to restaurant to eat, and I'd go home. You understand? But it was my mentality that, I'm here. It is cold. I hate the cold. I hate the cold. But it was my mentality that I will hunt the good stuff, as they say in the military. I will hunt the good stuff and find positive reasons. And then I met Nigerians here. I met my people here. And I said, I will never, never, ever leave unless I have to. I love it here. But it's because I was willing to open up myself to seeing, okay, God, what else do you have for me here? But when I was going through my marriage, I was like, I moved here for divorce. I was moved here for this guy. And now I don't even want this guy to even be.
Did you guys talk about the move before you did move?
Yes.
And that was the plan.
The plan was I will try to find a command. It wasn't even a guarantee that I was going to get command here. I ended up getting command. But it was like, okay, I can try to see if I can get command here. You'll be in Virginia. We can try to see each other. And when you get there, when you finish, you can transfer over to Maryland. We can be together. But
why couldn't you get command in Virginia?
Because I'm intel.
There's no... Okay.
Yeah, but it's my mentality that was behind it. My mentality is that I decided, regardless of what has happened, that I will find, God has brought me here for a reason.
You're going to find some good...
But so like you do MCing, you travel quite a bit, and you're always around single fine babes, you get. And you're always, like the environment that is conducive to meeting a mate, you get. So I don't know, like, if you had ever been in a situation where you had to say, I'm traveling quite a bit. Yeah, there's money involved, but my relationship kind of needs a little bit of time right now.
Well, if I ever get there, I will navigate it as with this mindset that person A, someone I always go back to this, someone I like, and I don't take that lightly. Someone I like and I see a future with. Because why am I altering my career for one regular babe? You know, just
regular
I'm
babe.
just saying now. So I'm altering my career, or we're going to alter our career, either me or her, or whatever, because there's a future here.
Yeah.
That's part one. Part two is for how long?
Yeah.
You know, is this a forever type of thing? Because that weighs into the decision of that you're gonna make at the end of the day. Because if it's something that, okay, you know, it's only gonna be for like 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, and I'm like, okay, you know, either one of us can be like, oh, okay, we can handle this. You know, we just need to figure it out for that time, and then boom.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a friend that, you know, he kept on failing medical school in somewhere, you know, in America actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then so he went to medical school in the Caribbean, one of those schools, passed. I was able to get his residency back in America.
Excellent.
But 2 years
he had
to be out there, he had an understanding with his then girlfriend became wife later.
Oh, thank God.
And yeah, so it was an understanding that, okay, I'm going for school now. He was working here going to medical school, he wasn't working. So she was pretty much, not only that he was away, she was also pretty much supporting them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And not only supporting them, but supporting him.
In medical school. So you better have married her. Yeah, that's conditioned.
Right. So, well, that's, yeah, but I can understand that, I did all these things for this man. I took it to
you better marry me.
But make sure you're doing it without those conditions, though. Do it. Yeah, I'm serious.
If I'm supporting you in medical school, you will marry me. Zoom in.
I don't need to marry
you.
Because that's just the beginning of bitterness. I don't have to marry you.
It's not bitterness. You're indebted.
You don't have to also.
If a woman supports you through medical school, you
matter.
say you want to.
I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. You have to be able to do things. So if you're not going to do it, don't do it. Because if you're going to do it, no, it's honest truth. Because if you're going to do it and then there's going to be condition. It doesn't even take.
How can you take my money?
It doesn't even take him not marrying you for those things to just blow up. Honestly, because if the mindset initially for doing the thing,
because I love you. Listen, ladies, listen well.
It's because I want you.
Because you want that person to do well,
to marry you. No.
I'm saying you do it because you want that person. They should do it because they want you.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what we said.
Okay, what do you say?
What we said was, if the girl sends him to medical school, you said you better marry me.
Not better. You will marry me.
Exactly. So that's my point. That is conditioned.
Listen, aunties, all of you out there supporting these fine big guys with the nice beard and supporting these guys that have dreams to be doctors.
Support them because you want to
support them at your own risk.
Let me tell you why I said that.
Because he make it there and meet Ngozi.
Let me tell you why I said that.
Ngozi will enjoy the fruits of
Listen, let me tell you why I said that. I said that because that would make you think twice before actually supporting. Because you guys place expectation on the man before, so you play the expectation on the man without his knowledge or his consent, and then you expect him to deliver. So you get to a situation where you're spending money on the guy.
Build the Bob, babe. Right? You want to build the Bob, and he gonna come and be with Ingo.
Yeah, exactly. So you spend all this money on the guy. You
support him, buy his cooks, his books.
You're expecting that
cooking for him, cleaning for him.
You are the one that he's going to marry.
I know when he graduated from medical school, he will marry me.
Auntie, stop. If you're going to support him, know that is because you like him, you see a future with him.
No, you need to more than like. You should be loving this guy,
No, there's a difference between love and like.
Auntie, if you got money like that,
somebody can love you and somebody can love you and not like you.
Yeah, that's true. So
I always leave love. Like, I'm telling you, like for me is always important.
Yeah.
So let me finish this because I'll go back to her. If you're a woman right now and you're doing anything for any guy, you need to settle within yourself that you're doing it because you want to do it, not because he better marry you. You're the only one he's going to marry, or because you're setting yourself up for heartbreak. Which is in your case, a 60-70% chance of happening. I'm just saying. I'm not wishing you bad luck, but I'm just saying. Plus, the fact that the man is not aware of this condition, He didn't give his consent to the condition, and you're expecting him to deliver. Haba. So you have to be able to understand. Okay, if I say, for instance, now Ngozi is sending me to school, Ngozi should be sending me to school
as her husband.
No.
You are my husband. Thank you, husband.
Then do this. Wait till he marries you as a husband before you then send him to school.
Don't
that's
even
the condition.
Have him get 3 jobs. Let him send his own self to. If you have money, you have money too.
You will set yourself up. I'm telling you, because the expectations you have for this men, half of them don't have it for themselves, and then when they don't deliver, you then get bitter, and then you start saying,
now you have breakfast and it's lunchtime.
I sent him to school. Oh.
And he ends up with Ingo. Ingo comes and collects,
and then boom.
This guy is debt free because of you, sugar mommy.
Men are evil.
Ngozi is ripping your woman.
Men are not evil.
They're evil if they take the money and they know that you're expecting marriage. Is she a sugar mommy? That's a sugar mommy vibes.
No.
If you support a guy through medical school, he doesn't marry you. You were a sugar mommy. I stand on it with my full chest, Abby. You're a sugar mommy. And guess what? Guy, if you're looking for somebody that will hold you down after you giving this girl your own debt, it's not me, because I don't do with foolishness like this. You're wicked.
Okay.
Anyways, we have spoken. And so our topic is today, let's talk about what does support look like when dating to marry. Thank you for taking the time to join me.
Thank you.
You're very wise, you're very reasonable, and you've contributed great to us. My village people, thank you for tuning in. Please make sure you subscribe. Go to the comment section. Put your thoughts in there. We'll have a pillow talk at some point to kind of get the gist of what you thought about my views and Bolade views. Remember, this is Let's Just Podcast. You can find Bolade on
Bolade Ojo. So BOLADEOLAOJO.
Just as heard it there. Yeah. We'll have it in the comment. We'll have it in the bio there. But anyways, thank you for joining Let's Just, my village people. Remember, no matter what you do, no matter what you're going through, make sure you have enjoyment and have peace in your life. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Just.
Thank you.
Bye.